Hello, cosmic beings. Welcome to Being Cosmic. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I am so glad that each and every one of you are here. My name is Devon, and I will be doing a collective message today. So, with that, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right, let's get into it. So, before we flip the cards, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your energy and helping to co create this message. I really do enjoy bringing through these messages. So, thank you for your help on that. Um, Also thank you for the likes, shares, comments, subscribes, and the donations. They really, really do help out. So thank you so much. And also, if you are interested in a personal reading, I do have my Etsy store up. The link to that will be in the description box below. The Etsy store is Divine Devon. So just to let you know. All right. What is the going to need to show? What are you using instead? There we go. What's that one? Thanks. Whoa! Just had a hard situation. Okay. We have telling stories, and I have not seen this card yet. So, let's see. Um, okay, it says, are you using your words to encourage others or to hurt? Do you speak of yourself and others with kindness and compassion, or are the stories you tell full of low vibrational emotions like anger, jealousy, and sadness? Your words control more than you think. A compliment can change someone's day. An affirmation can remind you of a commitment you've made to yourself to change an outdated belief. Of course, there are also the stories you tell about yourself. The words you say internally are even more important than the words you say out loud. This card guides you to speak to yourself with only self love and self worth. Okay, so with this, I'm really picking up that internal voice. And I could do a whole other video on this. Basically, what's really coming through is to just be mindful of what you're telling yourself and how it makes you feel. So if you're mentally always beating yourself up, then you are keeping yourself um you're basically blocking your own potential. And so it's one of those changing that internal voice is a process. It's just what you can do to really start this process is to start observing those thoughts. And then you can get kind of curious about it. So basically, what you're doing is you're detaching from them. And an easy way, well, it's not really easy, but a way you can a way you can look at it is view those thoughts as a different energy than yourself. So, okay. Basically, what it is a lot of that mental talk, especially when it's really harsh, it's very overly critical, those kinds of things. It's oftentimes either what we were told when we were younger by caregivers around us, or it's from societal programming. It's from and it can be others as well. It's not just caregivers. So this can even be peers, this could be teachers, this could be just anybody from when you were younger. Those external voices can turn into the internal voice as we become adults. And so it's understanding that when it's that really harsh, critical self talk, that's not coming from your soul. Your soul loves you unconditionally, eternally, and it's very loving. It's very supportive. Um it's the part of you that is like you can accomplish anything you want to accomplish. And then those other limiting beliefs or those fear kind of thoughts will come in. And that's indicative that that is something that you either picked up or you just learned. Sometimes, even if you have caregivers around you when you're a kid who are talking negatively about themselves, that can also turn into criticism for your internal mind later on in life. So if you're around somebody who is really, really critical on themselves, but they didn't necessarily criticize you, you can then subconsciously pick that up as, "Oh, okay, that's how I should talk to myself as I continue to get older." And so it's just understanding that that's not coming from your actual soul. It's coming from external forces or fears that we even pick up through life. So this can be you attempted to do something and then it didn't go well, and so now you've got this belief system around it that that's just not for me. Those kinds of things. So, oh, we're getting into the tarot. Okay. Well, let's see what else wants to come through about this. What's going on? And then also, because our external words, um, what we speak is also very powerful. So also I feel like, just being mindful of not getting caught up in conversations where it's, a lot of gossip and a lot of drama and a lot of, low vibrational stuff like that. Um, that is also very helpful when you are attempting to shift your vibration and shift into a more conscious state. Getting into more of that everything is possible for me type of an energy versus I'm stuck in these boxes and there's nothing I can do about it and it's just not meant for me and blah 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 blah. Um so yeah. What else wants to come through, spirit? We've got the Nine of Wands, and I'm being told to read read the little thingy in here. Okay. The Nine of Wands. This is a heavy energy. Let's see. Says you may be battered or bruised, but you will survive to fight another day. Or maybe you won't have to fight at all. That might make for a nice change of pace. Life is full of battles, large and small. The trick is to choose which ones you are going to fight. Are you using precious energy on issues too small to really matter? Do you seem to end up fighting the same battle over and over again? There is no dishonor in walking away from a fight if it isn't worth the effort. But if you're fighting for something important, don't give up. You are tougher than you think. And the message here is I'm still standing. So with this, what could be happening too is you might be finding yourself caught up in kind of the just like daily dramas. Maybe there's somebody that you talk to on a regular basis and every time you talk it's always negative. It's drama. It's what's going wrong. It's what's going wrong in the world. Maybe you're talking politics with somebody and it gets really heated all the time and it's just, oh, the world's going to shit. It's in that kind of energy. So maybe that's a part of what you're being called to look at is those types of conversations, those types of dynamics with certain people, and just start to kind of back off of it. Pay attention to your energy state. So if you're feeling really good, then you talk to somebody and then you're feeling kind of pissy or irritable or just frustrated or just drained, like you need to take a nap or you need to, drink some caffeine or something to kind of boost back up. That's indicative that that dynamic or the, types of conversations, things like that are lowering your energy field. And this is something where it's you can absolutely change these dynamics. It's just when you're used to these dynamics, it's a process to change how you're showing up in these situations. And so maybe it's somebody who always talks about politics and then you guys get on politics and then it just takes a turn. So the next time you're talking to that person and politics get brought up, you can just kind of take a step back and just be like, yeah, I'm not talking about politics with this person because I don't feel good after talking about this with this person. And so I'm not going to argue my point. I'm not going to engage in this. Even if you agree with this person on stuff, if it's something like that that's really lowering your energy, then what you can do is just kind of shift it up and just be like, oh, yeah, I know. And you can be honest and just like, I just don't wanna talk about that right now. It just ugh, you can say something like that. Or you can just kind of start taking more of a neutral approach, even if you internally have certain beliefs and views and, whatever when it comes to that, you don't need to engage. You don't need to attend every invitation in a conversation that you're invited to. So if it's something where with this person, you start talking about a certain thing, I'm just using politics as an example, but you start talking about a certain thing, and that's when that conversation just starts to go downhill. And then it starts to get, heated or and not even heated like you're arguing with the person, but like you can feel yourself getting worked up. That's indicative of something to start kind of pulling yourself back from, and then once you kind of pull yourself back from it, then you can reassess it and go, okay, you know, now do I want to engage in these types of conversations, or do I actually feel better not having these conversations with with certain people anymore? And then just that's your new kind of boundary where you don't talk about certain things with certain people because it drains your energy. It takes away from your peace. It takes away from your ability to maintain whatever energetic vibration that you want to experience. Confirmation. All right. Anything else? Nope. Okay. Okay. Well, with that, I feel like that's really the main message that wanted to come through. So if this helps, you can let me know in the comments below. You can also like this video. Both of those do help out the channel, so thank you. And if you would like to see more from me, feel free to hit subscribe. It is free, and I will see you on the next message. Bye.